So they just released Phaedra's tagline, and considering her initial return to Real Housewives of Atlanta was just a 5-minute scene where she briefly glossed over the reason she's been gone for years, and then rounded that off by cheap one-liners about women she hasn't even had a scene with yet, it basically gives the blueprint of how the rest of this season is going to go, with the ratings of that episode reaching a series low of less than 500,000 viewers. The fans aren't buying any more production's hype about how good the show is going to be since their unfair treatment of Kenya Moore.
You got that right. The fans, the viewers are not buying it because Phaedra came in the same old way she left out. One-liners, bump on the log, no storyline.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason she's gone from show to show, and frankly, I would say booted out of show to show, okay? She wanted to talk about Married to Medicine, as if, oh yeah, she got out of there. They were this and they were that. But girl, look at it. It's got to be you. Why are you moving from show to show like this?
Exactly.
We know that production owes you a favor because of this lie you told on Kandi all those years ago, okay?
Or the lie she took the fall for, at least that's in my opinion.
Exactly. Or the lie you took the fall for. So at this point, girl, tell the truth, okay? Tell the truth. That would add something to your storyline if you came back to get this thing straightened out and tell the truth.
Yeah, but she basically said in her tagline that wasn't gonna happen. They released it and it's something like she came back from the DEAD.
Yeah.
So now let's bury the past.
Nope.
Thank you.
Nope. We want the truth.
It's like we all saw that mess that happened. You not just gonna sit there and not say nothing. You think you could just not say anything about that whole issue?
We saw that you did.
Exactly. She sits there, like you said, like a bump on the log. Even in that reunion for that season, she was sitting there, mouth closed and pursed. That's another reason it makes me think that it's like, no, she didn't say that. Porsha came up with that mess on her own.
Yeah, girl, because did you see in that scene, Kenya said, they're acting.
Exactly.
I did say that.
She saw that back and forth, and we're looking at them like, okay, Phaedra, are you going to tell the truth on this? You just looking at Porsha like you're still so down with her. And Kenya again called it like she does time and time again. She said, she looked at them sternly and the camera cut to Kenya. She's like, they're acting.
They're acting, exactly.
Girl, something went on. So we want the truth. Why did you lie on Kandi? Or why did you take the fall? Give the truth, girl.
Exactly.
You could have some semblance of authenticity coming back. We want the truth.
Right.
Don't talk about, it's buried. No, nothing is buried. The fans want the truth.
Yes, because it really did make no sense at all. And it was funny because Porsha kept trying to get her to say, remember you told me, you said firsthand Kandi told you.
Yeah.
And Phaedra was looking like, she's not going to go that far. She did everything that she could. In that scene, it seemed like she was using her legal skills at this point to keep herself from having any liability.
Right.
Because she never confessed to saying herself that Kandi told her that.
Exactly.
And it didn't matter how much Porsha tried to drag that out of her, what type of tears Porsha tried to cry, how she tried to waddle all off the show, acting like she was so tearful and sad and miserable. Phaedra did not say that she said Kandi told her. She said, no, I heard it. No, I heard it. She was not getting ready to set herself up for any legal maneuverings like that.
No,
and
she wasn't.
Phaedra just would not go that far. And the fact that Porsha kept trying to make her say that she heard it directly from Kandi, it kind of lets you know more and more who was the one who had the biggest bone in the whole situation.
Right.
Because she was just, no, you told me that Kandi told you directly.
Right.
And she turned and stared Phaedra down when she was saying that.
Yeah, she did.
And to me, it gave off that this was all about a woman scorned.
Oh.
Because what happened before all of this came out, 2 years before that whole thing happened, Kandi and Todd and her friends, a married couple that were with her, and Porsha, they were all out. They were clubbing.
Right.
And Kandi told how Porsha was making out with her and wanted to take it further.
Yeah.
But Kandi declined.
She shut that down. She
but
said nope.
She declined. She went away from that. And Porsha was left feeling some kind of way about it because after the night that they had out, she even sent a text message to Kandi that Kandi used to show, the
group.
Proof.
Yes, she did.
That Porsha was in no way ever afraid of her. Because in that text message, Porsha was like, "Oh, wasn't it wild?" or something like that. "What happens in Queens stays in Queens, and don't worry, she not gonna R her on camera."
Right.
Proving that Porsha was the aggressor.
That's right.
And the fact that she went so hard after Kandi and Todd shows that she wanted what went down, because this is her MO.
Right.
Right. She was trying to introduce that element of a threesome. Same way she came back around with Angela this season talking about, y'all do threesomes?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
She was trying to introduce that element, and Kandi saw it for what it was. And she shut it down.
She did.
And when she was addressing Porsha on that show about the rumor that Porsha spread, because whether or not she wanted to say, Phaedra told her that Porsha's the one who spread it.
Yes.
And so when Kandi addressed it and she got so mad in Maui that she was leaving the venue, and she was saying that she know that she made that up. She knows she was lying, because even that night, once Kandi and Todd left, Kandi's friend told her that Porsha was trying to go home with and mess around with that lady's husband.
Wow.
So, and she called her out on it, and she said that she knew. And that's the funny thing, is because in the original episode, Kandi says it explicitly. You was trying to sleep with her husband.
Yes.
But now in the Bravo clip of that part, they took her husband out.
Ooh.
Bravo clip now shows Kandi saying, "You was trying to sleep with her."
Oh.
Well, no. They took, so it's a pattern.
It's
a pattern. So the fact that they're sending around the sanitized clip is another way of them protecting Porsha.
Yeah.
Which means it's just another thing that it seems like Phaedra was trying to cover up. Because that's the only way they sending her uninterested behind to all these different shows and letting her be the taint of it. Because it never works out.
The lies in my Kandi voice.
Exactly.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Okay? Tell the truth. Don't come back here trying to throw shade on Angela, okay? Talking about, you know Charles, but you don't know her. No, you don't know Charles either. You don't know Charles like that. And as Angela so, wonderfully did, and when she posted the picture of her with these A-listers saying, like, hey, they know me. It doesn't matter that you don't know me, because how about this? You're not in my circle. I preferred for you not to know me.
Exactly.
Why should you know me? Duh, I have a private life. So girl, don't come back here trying to throw shade on Angela, because at this point, Angela is the star of this I don't even know what to say. Debacle. At this point, Angela is the star. And that's why you're trying to come at her, because you see that Angela is the star.
Exactly.
You don't know Charles Oakley like that, okay? But the likes of Jay-Z knows Angela. Beyonce knows Angela. All these A-listers know Angela. So, who are you?
Exactly.
Who are you? You don't need to know.
Exactly.
She don't want you to know. Private life, inner circle. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Phaedra came back talking like she was gonna save the Titanic. She did all of that groundwork talking about she was gonna save the show since Kenya's departure from it, since they treated her so wrongly with that Brit incident, doing all these PR shows that she was going to save it, and yet the ratings showed The episode that everybody was promoting all this time. Oh, they're waiting for Phaedra to come back. They're waiting for Phaedra to come back. That had less than 500,000 viewers. That is the lowest
it did.
RHOA has ever had. Ever had. And when it was posted on Instagram, Kenya jumped in the comments with the looking eyes like, whoop, like, whoop. Whoop. Like, okay, this the show you gonna save? How you gonna save it? Kenya was on it. It's like,
No, they sealed their fate when they did what they did to Kenya.
Yeah.
It was totally wrong. It was back, you know what? And it was just totally vengeful.
Yeah.
And totally scandalous.
Yeah.
Downright dirty. And ain't no good coming from what they did to Kenya.
No.
It's not happening. Phaedra, you not saving anything.
No. And it looks like Kenya's moving on to better. Bigger and better.
I am so happy for her.
Finally said she's going to be posting more things on her YouTube channel. She said she has a lot of stuff upcoming. She is booked and busy. So she said tune into her YouTube channel to see what's coming up. And she's got a lot planned.
Oh,
so
yeah.
She's getting ready to start doing that on her own channel, which is great. Because no one needs jealous people running up and behind trying to get her kicked off of shows because they can't handle what she's calling them out on.
Oh, we are looking forward to it. So, no likes of a Phaedra will ever be able to save anything that they have done wrong by Kenya in.
Exactly.
Never.
Exactly.
We enjoy Angela so much so that, while we do want our girl Kenya to do her thing in other arenas, we would like to see the Kenya and Angela situation, okay?
That would be interesting.
That
Both
would
of them
be
teaming up.
Awesome. Seeing the Kenya and Angela situation, girl, woo! I'm telling you. So the other thing that I wanted to say was, Phaedra, you have something that you need to say, and you know that the fans aren't going to let it go, because all we want is the truth, girl. All we want is the truth. It was an awful thing that, it's saying that you did to Kandi. That was an awful thing you did, and you just can't come back and just totally ignore that and act as if the fans don't matter in what they feel about that.
Exactly.
That was a low down and dirty thing that happened with Kandi.
Exactly.
Everybody saw that mess and no resolve came of that.
Right.
And we want to give you the benefit of the doubt. Tell the truth, girl. Tell the truth. And you know what? You may even get more likability, okay? But you just can't come back and just
thumb a
nose up at the fans and say, I don't care what you all want. Well, it's the fans that make it happen. Even with us reporting on this show, it's what's keeping it in the forefront of people's mind. Yeah, we have little digs for it because of the wrongs that need to be made right. We have digs for it, but at the same time, we are watching the show.
Yeah.
Okay? So you should make it right. The fans are the ones that are keeping the show, even getting it to the point of the low 500,000s. Because if it wasn't for some of the fans that were still watching it, like ourselves, it wouldn't have even made that.
Exactly.
Okay, so no, you owe it to the supporters of the show.
Yeah.
Okay? So, tell the truth.
Period.
That's it. That's all.
All right, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.